Hi everyone, how are you doing? I was wondering, I don't know if I ever asked you, do you guys use Instacart? I was talking to a friend who was down south, and because I was talking to her about the tip, I did Instacart, which usually before you go, actually I think it's 2 or 3 steps before you press the button that says place order, it says tip, it gives you a choice. They put it on a tip, which they'd like you to give, and I can't afford to eat and give a big tip. So I always change it, and then you go through 2 or 3 more steps, and then you press place an order. And one day I noticed there was no tip area, and I thought, that's kind of odd. So I just put it through, and I saw, excuse me, then I talk, my voice just goes, allergy season. Anyhow, so I thought, well, they have new charges, so maybe the tip's included. So I just did it, and then after I place order, then it says, oh, show your shopper you appreciate them by tipping them. It's not mandatory or necessary, or whatever word, blah, blah, blah. So then I saw the tip, and I pressed the percentage of tip I wanted, and took a screenshot of it, and then went back to the page you can watch as they shop or when they shop, and it said, oh, your shopper, I don't know, it was like 10 minutes later, your shopper is about ready to shop. And I wanted to get those puddings. They don't put the puddings on. It's not even listed as out of stock. And so I wrote them, and I said, I got a message that you're about ready to start my shopping for me. I want to know if you could check some out for me. Then I get a message back, and I can hear the tone in the message. I haven't even left my house yet. Okay, this is in writing, but this is the way the tone was of the message. I'm like, well, Instacart said you're about ready to start my order. So this is what they do. They pretend they are. And this is when I pay the $2 priority fee. Without the priority fee, you could be waiting forever for your order. At the end of the day, and by then there's no food in the store. So anyhow, I went back to that page again to look, because you can still add stuff, or sometimes I have to subtract stuff, because then I think it over like, do we really need this? It's just so expensive. Like those chips I talk about a lot, the Club Ranch crackers Polly and I love, they're like over $5 now, so we can't order them anymore. So that's a done deal. It's really sad, considering Mr. Monster there just has all kinds of crackers for himself. Wouldn't pick up those for his son. So as I was starting to look at the order, I noticed there's some more fees in there. Oh yeah, and then I looked and I saw the tip, the word tips. I looked over. It was not the percentage I wanted. It was a lot more. So there is a way you can change your tip. So I went to do it, and no, guess what? It's not there anymore. So they're screwing people over, not only by charging so much more for the food and putting extra fees on. Now you can't change your tip. Not that I've never changed a tip, but they put more tip than I can afford. And I don't want that my food bill, they can't get my groceries because it's over the amount that I have in the bank. So I also noticed they have a fuel charge. And this is something years back when the prices went up for gas, and my garbage company put in a fuel charge, a very hefty fuel charge. And then when the gas prices went down, they never removed it. And I even called them. I said, gas prices are lower now. You should take it out. And I don't know what story they gave me. So anyhow, now there's a fuel fee, fuel charge, something to do with fuel. Some other charges that weren't there before. And with Instacart, you can look back. So I look back how, because I usually have, pretty much the same kind of things I order, how much things are rising. I even just check it out every 2 weeks, twice a week. I just look, and it's terrible how much higher the prices are getting. Like those Klondike shakes that I like, I don't know if I put that video up. No, I don't want to tell you, but there was a real good sale on it. Anyhow, they were, I don't know how much, they were a little pricey, so that's just like a total treat. And when I found it for Polly and vanilla, it was really dirt cheap. But anyhow, I looked, it was $8.99 for 6 little pouches of Klondike chocolate shakes. There's no way I can get that. I can't believe it. It's just, I have not removed so much stuff from my list as I have lately. Because usually, like, if I need onions and I'll approve, they have, like, chopped onions. So I'll approve it if I really need it for a dish I'm making, like dinner or something for Polly. But if I can get away with onion powder, I'll just say refund. But lately I've just been saying refund. And I don't know if I said this in a vlog or not. So I bought some, I approved like celery, not cut up, but like cut up in sticks. They got like diced or in sticks. The sticks were $2.95, which actually were cheaper than the celery itself, like when you got to cut it. And then they have the chopped celery, and I wouldn't get that. And then the onions, I approved the chopped onions, which were $2.95, which actually were, I don't know, maybe 50 cents more than a bag of onions. But yeah, the celery cut in pieces, you don't get as much, but it was enough for what I needed for 2 things to make. But lately I just been removing stuff. It's just like, do I really need it? You know, so I try to put spices. I mean, it's not the same when you got the trifecta, as I call it, most things, especially soups when you have carrots, onions, and celery, and it just makes it taste better rather than putting carrots and then onion powder and celery salt. I think it's how it comes. And spices, if you don't have spices, they're outrageous. I was, when I was talking to my friend, she's talking about soups and bay leaves, and I used to always use bay leaves. Bay leaves are almost $15 to buy, so I won't be using bay leaves. We do have a brand of spices. I never heard of it before. It's a small little container. I don't think I have one to show you right now. But they were like $2.99 in the store. Of course, on Instacart, they're more. But they went up in the store. They're like $3 or $4.99 now, but much cheaper than the other brands of spices. They used to have 99-cent spices or $1. They don't exist anymore. So, obviously with spices, they last longer, but yeah, Instacart is just getting ridiculous. Oh, and then it happened again when I had to order again. Same thing, there was no tip till then, so I changed it to the percentage I want and took a screenshot. I took a screenshot before of, you know, my order and the amounts, and I went back, took it, and there it is. So I called them, and then he tells me how to do it. I says, I know how to do it. He says, and I told him what happened, but no, what does he say? Well, let me get this right. So you after you put your order in, you change your mind about your tip, and then you want to change it. I says, that's not what, and he's talking, and I says, excuse me, and he wouldn't stop talking. I says, listen, I'm going to talk over you. You're going to listen, stop talking, you have to get it right. So he finally shut up, and I said, that's not what I said. I said, you've moved the tip part to the end after you place the order. I said, you made my tip 4 times as much. I cannot afford that kind of tip. I said, so I was trying to get it out, and they don't let you. So again, he repeats the same thing, that he wouldn't stop talking. Repeated, oh, so after you did your order, you placed your order, and then you changed your mind about your tip. No, that's not what I said. I said, I want the tip changed. Especially that other order the other day with the girl with attitude. But anyhow, so they couldn't change it. So then I called back again. I got a nicer person, and so he gave me a credit for the tip. And then what else? Something was wrong. Oh yeah, I got frozen blueberries and a thing of ice cream for Polly. And I mean, it was really quick. I do it at 6 a.m. I put the order in right away. And then I do the $2 priority, which guarantees it will be there. It's usually within an hour to an hour and a half. So from the time the shopper was done shopping, I was the one with attitude, till the time she got to my house was, I don't know, about 7 minutes. The ice cream was totally melted. The blueberries were melted. So they did credit my, well, they could credit your charge card, which takes up to 10 days, but if you credit your charge card, you never get a credit. Like the one time, I don't know if I told the story, they totally dropped my food off at someone else's house. It wasn't in my house. And they always take a picture when they leave the order. They have a picture for you to look, and there was no picture. I didn't think of that, but they put me on hold so long. Then I was looking, looking through how much money they owe me to make sure it gets back on my credit card. Plus they overcharge you, they put a hold on your card. I never got that money back. It was $150. And I said, how come there's no picture? And then they realized that, well, obviously they dropped it off at someone else's house. I think I told you this story. But anyhow, I had a good going with Instacart there for a while, where, I was getting it on time. Everything was right, but here we go again. And now, I can't leave my son at all. And to take him, God forbid if he has one of these attacks, like I say, it would happen after I think I said that in another video. It will probably happen after I paid for the stuff. Then I'd have to rush him into the car. 15 minutes of doing the, whatever they're called. If it doesn't work, call the ambulance, and there goes my groceries. So basically, I gotta use Instacart. I'm stuck. Totally stuck. But what are you gonna do? So, was I talking about Instacart? Yeah, I was. Good Lord. I tell you, when you are burning up constantly, it just sucks the energy, your brain, everything. You just can't even think straight anymore. But anyhow, we've been having cold weather. How about you? We had some what's it called? Grobble? What's the word? Grobble? Grapple. I believe it's like rain and ice. It's awful. So we had that. It's been cold. It's been under freezing. Like I think it got to 34. And we're gonna have rain most of the week. One day's gonna get to 58. Woohoo! Can't wait. So yeah, that's been our weather. Pretty crappy. I think on Saturday it was kind of nice. I was feeling really horrible. I don't even think I looked outside the window that whole day. I was just burning up. I literally thought if my legs touched that they would like start a fire. I don't know if I mentioned I did another video I didn't put up yet, but I think I did, about a pillow that I saw at Costco, but I wasn't able to go and get. I don't remember. But anyhow, if anyone sees, it's a pillow that's supposed to be cold. I don't know what it's called. Cold pillow? Cooling pillow? I don't know. If you ever see it anywhere, let me know where it is, because I thought if I could get that pillow and put it between my legs, then it would cool down my legs and maybe I could sleep a little. I don't know. So if you ever see it, mark it down below or link it or whatever you can do so I know where to look for it. So for now, don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, sharing is caring. Don't forget to pay it forward. It feels good in your heart, probably out of my heart. Don't forget to be kind to people. You don't know what they're going through. Be kind to yourself. We're all going through a lot of stuff. In our area, is up again. But, people are walking around with no masks on, but its numbers are getting high again. I don't know, it makes no sense to me. When we had to go to the hospital, we wore a mask. When we're going to have to go to the grocery store one day this week to get a few things, we're going to wear a mask. But no one else does, so that's where we are. So let me know how you guys have been doing. Don't hear from you. Wonder what's going on. Hope you're doing good. And don't forget to my lips are getting dry. Pray for the people across the ocean. There's no end in sight for those people. It's really hard to watch. So for now, thanks for stopping by, and see you again. And then my phone doesn't shut off. Again, I don't know what's going on. Let's try it again.